grade friends. I am underwater today with Dory and Nemo. I am so excited. Mr. Ray, their teacher, isn't feeling too good today, so he asked if I would mind to teach them all about fact families. And I said, of course I will. How exciting. You don't get this chance every day. So that's what we're going to do. Do you think you could help me? Awesome. Here we go. Do you remember what this is called? I hope you said a part whole map, because that is exactly what it is. Anytime that we have a math equation and we don't know the answer, we can plug it into our part whole map. Let's take an example. Let's look at this example. In this math equation, we have 35 minus mystery equals 17. So let's think about it. What did Miss Taylor always tell you to try to do whenever you have a question mark in the middle? I hope that you said get it by itself, because that's exactly what we need to do. In this equation, do we know the whole? Remember, the whole is the biggest number. Do you know the whole? Great, I hope you said 35, because when subtracting, we know that we have to start with the biggest number. So I'm going to go ahead and plug these numbers into our part whole map. Which one should go in the top? I'm hoping you said 35, because it is our whole, because this is a part whole map. And anytime that we are adding together two numbers, these two parts, we should get this number. And anytime we take this number and subtract this number, we're going to get this one. Or if we have the whole and we subtract this number, we should get this one. So I'm going to go ahead and plug those in. Does this look correct? Yes, we have our whole at the top, we have our mystery number, and we have 17, our answer. So in this case, we are not looking for 17 as the answer, we are looking for the mystery. How many fact family equations could we write for this? I hope that you said 4. Let's take a look. Anytime that we can write fact families, we always have 4 equations unless it is a doubles fact, which in this case it is not. So whenever we are adding, where should our whole always come? At the end, right. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in those numbers, which is 35, a 3 and a 5, for the whole at the end of my addition equations. Does that look right? Great. When I am subtracting, where should my whole always come? I hope you said the beginning. Great. I'm going to go ahead and fill those in. Now I have my whole at the beginning when I am subtracting and my whole at the end when I am adding. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill in the question mark and the 17 in the remaining blanks. In the first equation, you see a mystery plus 17 equals 35. Now, if I'm going to do my second addition sentence, I'm going to use a property that we have talked about a lot. Does anybody remember its name? The commutative property, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and flip-flop the question mark and the 17 in the next sentence. So now I have 17 plus question mark equals 35. Remember, the commutative property tells us it doesn't matter the order of the add-ins as long as they are the same. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the last two. I'm going to fill in a question mark and a 17 and a 17 and a question mark. Do those equations look right? Which one is going to be the easiest for me to solve for the mystery number? I hope you said the bottom one, because the question mark is all alone. So now I am simply going to solve 35 minus 17. Now you know lots of different methods for doing this. You choose your favorite and come up with the answer. As you all know, my favorite is this stacking to regrouping method. So what I'm going to do is ask myself, is the big number on the top or the floor? It's on the floor. So I'm going to go next door and borrow 10 more. So the 3 is now going to become a 2 because I took a 10 away and I gave that 10 to the 5. So it was a 5 and I gave it the 10. Now, can I do 15 minus 7? Of course, it is 8. And 2 minus 1? Absolutely. So my answer is 18. So that means the answer to this equation, 35 minus mystery equals 17, is 18, because 18 was the answer that I got when I solved 35 minus 17. Remember, anytime the question mark is not at the end, think about fact families to help you get the answer. So in this case, question mark equals 18. If I was to plug 18 in to each question mark, it should provide me the correct answer. So, if I said 18 plus 17 equals 35, that would be correct. 17 plus 18 equals 35. 35 minus 18 equals 17. And 35 minus 17 equals 18. So remember, check your work every time. If even one of the equations doesn't work out, then you don't have the right answer, because you can only use the same 3 numbers in each of the fact family equations. Otherwise, you have an alien. Let's take a look at another one. This time we have an addition fact. 42 plus something gives us 62. Do we know our whole? Yes, I'm hoping you said 62. So where would I put that on my part whole map? At the top. Great. It should look like this. So I want you to think about what the equations would be for this. I want you to pause this video for just a second and write down 4 equations that you think are correct. Then unpause and look for the answer. Are you ready to see the answer? I hope you got these answers because this is the correct fact families. So, do you see that the 62 is the whole, so it's at the end of my addition equations? And since it's the whole, it's at the beginning of my subtraction equations. Did you figure out which equation would be easiest to solve? 62 minus 42, right. Now, I know a lot of you can probably do mental math on this one, but for the rest of us, let's take a look. I'm going to stack 62 minus 42. Is the big number on the top or the floor? Right, when the number's the same, zero's the game. What about 6 minus 4? 2. So the answer to our mystery here is 20. Okay, I am going to give you a challenge, and I want you to see if you can solve it all on your own, and then have your parents help you take a picture of your work and send it to me. Here is your challenge. This is your challenge. You might have your parents take a picture of this part of the video so that you can write it down. Also, there are 3 IXL lessons that go with this challenge. So those are K1, K2, and K3. Even if you have already done these, it would be a great review to try them again. All right, guys, did you all learn some things that are new? I'm so glad. So I hope you guys did too. Thank you so much for helping me teach Dory and Nemo today. Mr. Ray is going to be so excited when I tell him that I had such good help. I hope that you have a wonderful afternoon. And remember, 20 minutes of math a day is plenty. Have a great day and enjoy the sunshine. Love you.